Each charter school board member has a duty to make sure charter school board meeting minutes are kept properly. The board meeting minutes serve several functions, the most important of which is to document the official actions of the corporation. As you consider what to include in your board's meeting minutes, you should think about who the end users will be. Charter school board meeting minutes are public records which are maintained for the entire life of the corporation's existence. Authorizers and regulators will periodically review your board meeting minutes to judge whether your board is complying with federal, state, and local laws, and to determine if board members are meeting their fiduciary duties as board members. Other consumers of board meeting minutes may include outside funders, parents, the general public, researchers, business associates, members of your board, and possibly the courts if any disputes arise. What charter school board meeting minutes should include? Charter school board meeting minutes should include a proper heading identifying them as a board meeting minute. It should have the meeting dates and time. It should identify the call to order when it was made. It should include a roll call and proof of a quorum, including the names of board members present and the board members absent. There should be an adoption of the official agenda for the meeting. The board should review and adopt the previous minutes and identify that during the current meeting. There should be a listing of old business and new business items. There should be a public comment period where the public is allowed to make comments, and you'll need a public comments policy. List all of the action items, including motions and the recorded vote. Sufficient evidence that action items were discussed and reasonably considered to make informed decisions should be reflected in the board meeting minutes. Other matters of discussion and information of significance should also be noted in the board meeting minutes. There should be a clear adjournment, including motions related to the adjournment, and there should be a place for the board signature and an attest by the board secretary. The documents should be signed once they are approved. Closed session notes. Closed session notes must be kept separate and should include an adequate summary of the closed session discussion, including a summary of each speaker. Votes should be made in open session when the closed session has ended. Closed sessions should only have discussion of items authorized for closed session, such as authorized personnel, contract, and legal matters allowed to be kept confidential. Your board should create a policy on board meeting minute requirements. The policy should require the specific items that are to be part of the board meeting minutes so that you have consistency across meetings. The policy should designate who is responsible for making sure proper board meeting minutes are prepared and subsequently stored after adoption. The policy should require the board meeting minutes are properly signed and sealed and properly stored after being adopted. The policy should address public access to the board meeting minutes and the separation of closed session notes.